What happens if cars become electric? With the advancement in technology, several things are changing day by day. What will happen if mechanical cars will replace electric cars? Well, there are certain changes that will be added to the world. Amongst them, electric cars are one of the biggest evolution. Will the mass transition to electric vehicles will cause any changes? Will it cause the electric power grid for collapsing? The evolution of cars means that there will be big investments needed for the upgrade of the existing infrastructure. According to the sources, European Union will ban the sale of those vehicles that operate on fossil fuels by 2030. As a new car buyer, you will have three options: either to buy the plug-in hybrids (PHEVs), hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, or battery electric vehicles (BEVs). There are almost 4 million BEVs and PHEVs that are sold till now. But what will be the future? Would they impact the market or daily life? Or will they not affect anything? You will know all that in this video. The electric vehicle grid. Do you know that if 80% of the passengers will use electric cars, then it will lead to an increase of 10 to 15% of the electric consumption? So far, the electric grid is developing rapidly and the market is also becoming higher. The current electric vehicle markets are becoming the first choice of everyone because EVs consume very little energy. The growth in the mobility of electric vehicles will not make any sudden change in the market or the demand for more electric grid power right now or in a near future. According to a study done by McKinsey & Company, EVs will not cause any problems of energy crises or power supply. Even there is no need to worry about energy generating capacity in the coming future. There are many big countries where the growth of EVs won't cause any increase in demand for power intake by the year 2030. Do you know that the EC can add 1% to the total and will also require almost 5 extra gigawatts to generate the capacity? This amount is expected to grow up by 4% only by the year 2050. This means that an additional 20 gigawatts will be required. The new build capacity will also involve renewable energy sources as well. It means solar power and wind power, etc. will also be increased. Considering all the factors, electric vehicles are considered 5 to 6% more efficient than the other best internal combustion engines. When it comes to passenger cars, EVs only consume almost 25% of energy, whereas e-trucks consume only 50% of the fuel as compared to diesel trucks. This thing clearly means that when there will be the majority of e-vehicles on the streets, the total amount of energy consumed will be certainly low. As a result, electric vehicles are considered more green and energy efficient. Electric vehicles are one of the biggest energy sources. As we all know that our electric system is presently undergoing an extraordinary change, it means that electricity production is becoming carbon neutral and also more variable depending upon the weather. The 58% of electricity in Europe is already carbon neutral, and this thing will increase exponentially. As expected, by the year 2030, the EVs should reduce the CO2 emissions by 4 times as the EV grid will rely more on renewable energy sources. It means the electricity production depending upon renewable energy will cause volatility to the system and will require flexibility. As a result, the system will become more stable and also become reasonably priced. For combating the instability, the EVs will also provide a source of flexibility to the energy system. EVs will connect sustainable transportation and energy in the embedded ecosystem instead of being a threat to the stability or capacity of the grid. Now, we will brief you more about this if you are not getting the point. Do you know that EVs act as the big batteries on the wheels? You can store energy in EVs and then use it later when needed. It is expected that there will be a pool of EV chargers in the next upcoming years. The peak power will be equal to the nuclear reactors. By the year 2040, electric vehicles will add up to over 30 TWh of the battery storage capacity that is installed. How the electricity will be managed. While watching the video, you might be thinking about how electricity will be managed. Well, the officials can manage the peak electricity demand and low voltage grid in the future. The best solutions to most of the challenges will be smart charging at local and also the residential areas. Smart charging is also known as V2g charging, and it refers to the system where a charging device and an EV shares the data connection, and the EV is connected to the grid for charging. Smart charging will help you get the quick and best use of energy that will be available during a specific period of time. The EV battery can be used for storing renewable energy during the day, too, when production will be typical high. When the consumption will be at a peak in the evening, the energy will be discharged for relieving the pressure in the market. The EV will offer very cheap energy storage options as well for other utilities. There will be no capital cost at all, and there will also be very low operating costs. EV batteries will not only help in stabilizing the grid, but EV owners will also have the opportunity to earn the maximum money for the service. For smart charging, the vehicle-to-grid V2g technology is also now available. V2g not only enables the control of charging power, but it will also enable the charged power to get pushed back from the batteries to the grid. It will help in balancing the variations in consuming the energy and producing it. There is also a big myth that people think is true. We will now cover it in this section of the video. Most people think that energy consumption will become relatively high, but it is not true. It will depend from country to country, but do you know that there is no such thing that energy consumption will become relatively high? Thinking to buy a vehicle? Well, it's time to bring some change. You must buy an electric vehicle and help the environment in getting clean and green. Electric vehicles are no doubt the best choice. Have you bought any electric vehicles? Or someone you know has bought it? Then please share the experience in the comment section below.